Zimriya, come on up, come on up. Take off your jackets if you're wearing a jacket, because it'll just be a little bit nice. If you're in the Zimriya or have ever been in the Zimriya or ever even and then we're going to light our Hanukkah candles, and then we're going to light our Shabbat candles, and then we're going to have the rest of our service with some fun. If you brought a Hanukkah menorah and would like to light it with us, we're putting them on these 2 tables up front where there's some foil. So you could bring it up now or whenever. I'm going to come down. Whoops. All right. This one, even though we're working on getting the slide for everybody, so we're going to start with O Hanukkah, and we're going to sing it in English and in Yiddish. Oh, Yiddish is right. All right. So, but sing along with the Zimriya. Okay. All right. Here we go. Are we all accounted for? Here we go. Oh, Hanukkah, oh. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Sippy bones to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles burning low. Of days long ago, one for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days. All right, now in Yiddish, here's how it goes. Oi, oi Chanukah, oi yontiv scheiner, a lustiger, a freilicher, mitte noch a zoiner. Alle Nacht im Dreidlach spielen mir. Zudig heiße Latkes, est ohne Schier. Geschwinder sind Kinder, die Chanukah Lichter lechon. Lo mir alle singen, lo mir alle springen, lo mir alle tanzen in Lo mir alle singen, lo mir alle springen, lo mir alle tanzen in code. All right, that was great. This one, so you had a little Yiddish. Now we're going to bring, thank you very much. We're going to bring some Ladino. time to light some Hanukkah candles.
Well, welcome everybody. Happy Hanukkah. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
In that exact order. So that's how we're going to do it. We're going to light our Hanukkah candles. First, we're going to bring a little bit of extra light into our Shabbat celebration as we welcome Hanukkah first, and then we'll light our Shabbat candles together. I'm giving the Zimriah parents just a warning. You're on deck to light Shabbat candles tonight. But if you brought a Chanukiah, I'd like to invite you up to the tables here just in front of the bima. Just a word as you're coming up. There are candles, there are lighters available, there are blessings that are made by our wonderful youth ed team if you need them. This Chanukiah that we're lighting tonight is actually a bit of Beth Am's history. This Chanukiah belonged to our beloved Rabbi Sidney Axelrod of blessed memory, and so it's sort of a nice opportunity to remember him tonight as well as we light our Hanukkah candle. So, everybody have their shamashim lit? Are we ready?
All right.
Here we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim hahem b'zman hazeh. We're going to sing Ma'oz Sur. Here we go. Ma'oz Sur Yeshuati L'chana L'shabeach Tikon Beit Tefilati L'sham Toda Nizabeach L'tachin Nabeach Mitzorah Nabeach Azeg Mor B'shir Mizmor Chanukah Tamizbeach Azeg Mor B'shir Mizmor Chanukah Tamizbeach. Rock of Ages, let our song praise your saving power. You amid the raging foes were our sheltering tower. Furiously assailed us, but your arm availed us, and your word broke their sword when our own strength failed us, and your word broke their sword when our own strength failed us. Mi Malel Kurok Yisrael Otani and Bechador Yakum Hagibor Goel Ham. Mi Malel Kurok Yisrael Otani and Bechador Yakum Hagibor Goel Ham. Shah Bayamim Haem Bazman Hazeh Maccabi Moshia Ufodeh Of Yamenu Kol Am Yisrael Yityached Yakum Lehigael. Who can we tell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age a hero or sage came to our aid. Who can we tell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age
So it's already a little brighter in here. We're going to make it even brighter. We're going to light our Shabbat candles. I'd like to invite up all the parents of our Zimrianics to come up and lead us in candle lighting. Don't be shy.
We know who you are.
We know who you are. Come on.
David.
I know that one was not good. Sometimes the wicks are too long.
All right, come on up here.
There we go.
All right, Jessica, you can take the Monica cake. Just take the whole thing. Yeah. For your bat mitzvahs.
Thanks, Jessica. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you all so much. That's awesome. And our Shabbat juice, our Shabbat wine. If you do this occasionally, if you're celebrating something exciting or big or makes you happy this Shabbat, don't be bashful. If you have a birthday or an anniversary or you always get Gimel, whatever it is, and you want to come, the Shabbat is our symbol of joy and sweetness. So if there's something joy that embraces you or your family, if you passed your physical, please come up. Anybody that has something nice to celebrate, we'll invite you up. And we will wait until we have a couple people up here celebrating something good.
Come on up.
So, all right. Any birthdays? All right, we got a lot of kids up here. No grown-ups has gotten Gimel or anything. No birthdays. Nobody's reconnecting with family.
A good
or
Hanukkah
friends, gift. Or they didn't burn a latke or anything good. You kept all your fingers instead of grating potatoes. All right. They always get Gimel. I like it. So.
Page 5
All
or
right.
123.
The words of Max. The words of Kiddush are on page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzah banu v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techilah l'mikra'ei kodesh zeicher l'tziyat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'otanu kidasha mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
Okay, so there is one family that really should have come up for that moment of joy, but we're going to invite them up now. And the reason why they should have come up is because we have the great honor of welcoming a new baby into the Beth Am community and the covenant of our people this Shabbat, a new baby boy Milo Robert Fisher. So it's a delight to welcome to the Bima our members, Laura and Zach. And we also invite proud grandparents, Sean and Janet, Dennis and Melanie. First-time grandparents all around, right? So they're even happier, as any grandparent out there can tell us. And we invite a new Aunt Anna as well. And it's great to have Anna here. And Anna, I don't know if you know this, but the first time Anna has to pay for a college education for the new child. So, it's just part of it. So this is Milo Robert Fisher. Can we give Milo his Simba moment, maybe? All right. So this sweet boy was born on October 2nd, 2022, but he came a whole month earlier than expected, but now is healthy and happy. And a trigger warning to all you parents out there, he's a dynamite sleeper, so I apologize. And his mom and dad just say he's the apple of their eye and a charming little guy. So we have a reading from our grandparents, so we can have both sets of grandparents step forward, right up to the microphones here. Come on, right really close. Don't be bashful. All right.
Okay, what do we do?
Just the reading at the very top.
All just
Together?
Yeah.
Together?
Okay.
Okay.
Our
God and God of all generations, we are grateful for new beginnings, for the bond of new life that links one generation to another. Today, in the presence of this gathered community of family and friends, we celebrate the miracle of new life.
We rejoice with Laura and Zach
At the birth of Milo, their son, our beloved grandson. May they all grow together as a family in health and in strength, their home filled with blessings throughout the years ahead.
All right. So being a grandparent is so much more fun than being a parent. Is that right? Am I right? So, okay. So come on over. We have a special reading from our parents in honor of Milo's baby naming this evening.
Ready?
Yeah. We have been blessed with the gift of a beautiful son. He is the latest chapter in the unfolding of our lives together, an expansion of our journey as individuals and as a family. We have been transformed by his arrival, and our lives will never be the same. We are grateful to bring our son into a community that greets him with love and honor. We pray that he will be worthy of the blessing and responsibility of parenthood.
And so now we have the opportunity to welcome this boy into our covenant. Milo's actually named for two of his great-grandparents, Robert and Ken. And so today we formally bestow upon the child the name by which he will be known in the Jewish community and by which he will be called on all the significant Jewish occasions of his life. His Jewish name is given in addition to his secular name, so that he may find his place in both the Jewish and the secular worlds. Our God and God of our people, sustain through his parents' loving care this beautiful child, whose English name is Milo Robert. Let him be known among the Jewish people by the Hebrew name that we give him today, Lev ben Ruth v'Micah. Lev, son of Ruth and Micah. And Laura and Zach chose the name Lev in Hebrew, meaning heart. And one of the reasons they chose it was in tribute to Laura's father, who's a cardiologist. So what a beautiful tribute. And they also like the sound of Lev connecting to the English word love. And what a beautiful name that this child will wear and be happy to have most of his life. So we now offer this blessing from our entire community. May this child grow up in health and strength. May he find a loving home within our community. And may we all be privileged to share in his life as he grows into adulthood. And now I'll ask everyone to repeat after me the traditional words of blessing. Keshem, Sheniknas, Labrit, Ken, Yikanes
Yikanes
LeTorah
LeTorah
LeChuppah
LeChuppah
Ulma'asim Tovim.
Ulma'asim Tovim.
As he has entered the covenant today, so may be he led to the study of Torah, to a good and loving partnership, and to deeds of kindness and compassion. And we thank God for bringing us, this sweet boy, into the covenant today. We'll sing these words. Blessed are you, Adonai, ruler of the universe, who has given us life, sustained us, and brought us to this moment. Join with us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Mazel tov.
Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Yeheilanu, 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 Alecha Yisrael, Yeheilanu, Yeheilanu, Alecha Yisrael, Yeheilanu, Yeheilanu, Alecha Yisrael, Yeheilanu, Yeheilanu, Alecha Yisrael.
The words of Lecha Dodi, our special song that welcomes Shabbat, are on page 20 or 138.
We're gonna sing just the chorus, and Shabbat Shalom Umivorach. Have a peaceful and blessed Shabbat. Lecha Dodi likrat kala likirat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabla nekabla lecha Dodi likrat kala likirat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabla nekabla Shabbat Shalom Shabbat Shalom Shabbat Shalom Umevorach Shabbat Shalom Shabbat Shalom Shabbat Shalom Umevorach Lecha Dodi likrat kala likirat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabla nekabla.
If you're able, I invite you to rise, page 28 or 146, for the words of the Baruch Hu.
Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai.
As we prepare for the words of Shema, we sing the words, roll into dark, roll into light.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night.
Page 34 or 152, turn to words of the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Can be seated. Going to continue on page 40 or 158 with words of Micha Mocha, perhaps to a tune
Oh yeah.
that you might recognize that's connected to Hanukkah.
All right, let's do this. All right, here we go. Micha mocha, Bailim Adonai. Micha mocha, Nedar b'kodesh, Nurot Ilot, Osei Felech, Norat Tehilot, Osei Felech. Malchutecha ra'u vanecha, Mokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Se'eli anu ve'ameru, Adonai yimloch le'olam vaed. Adonai yimloch le'olam vaed. V'ne'emar, ki vad Adonai et Yaakov, uge'alo mi'ad chazak mimenu, bo Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
Turn to page 44 or 162 for our song of Shabbat, going from our song of Hanukkah to our song for Shabbat, V'shamru.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת שבת ויהי נפש, שבת שבת ויהי נפש, שבת שבת ויהי נפש.
On page 46 or 164, if you're able, I invite you to rise as we begin the Amidah together, the central portion of our worship this evening. We'll sing the first few blessings together and then take some time for our own private prayer. And perhaps on this Shabbat of Hanukkah, it's worth thinking about the freedoms that we have as Jews to pray as we want, to pray how we want and when we want, to pray and gather together as a community, and the hard-fought nature of that freedom. So page 46 or 164, we'll sing together.
Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Adonai sefatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la la la.
Page 48.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekoneh Hakol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei Bneihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah,
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, בחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו בשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, בחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. Continue to ourselves through page 63. You'll note there is an insertion for Hanukkah in there as well.
This beautiful song, it's called the Hanukkah Song by Stephen Schwartz. It says that we are the lights. So I offer this to you as a little Hanukkah gift. A lamp that kept on burning, a miracle they say, but the world has kept on turning. Are there miracles today? Everyone who lights the candles has a bit of ancient spark. We are miracles lighting up the dark. We are lights, lights of memory, remembering times long gone. We are glowing, growing miracles. We are lights, we are lights, we are lights. candles shines light upon your face, linking you and me and all of us to a far-off holy place. But the blazing of the candles is not the only light. Look at all of us shining here tonight. We are lights, lights of memory, remembering times long gone. We are glowing, growing miracles. We are lights, we are lights, we are lights shining on. We are lights shining on. We are lights shining on and on. Thank you, Russell.
With all the joy of Shabbat and the joy of baby namings and our junior choir and the joy of Hanukkah and all the celebration, we know that there are some who come to our worship because they're praying for someone who in need of healing, whether a friend or a loved one or even yourself. The teaching of Hanukkah is that we are all miracles. And to think that to have someone to pray for you is really a miraculous act. So on this Hanukkah, on this season of miracles, if we offer prayers for individuals out loud or to ourselves, we are part of that miracle. The words of our prayer for healing is on page 253.
Beirach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimoteinu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen.
Our Bethlehem community is praying for Liz Anderson, Yolanda Azucena, Miles Bennett, Efrat Blatt, Susan Carlson, Abigail Covert, Rudy Andrizi, Marty Gelman, Selena Glader, Stephanie Glickman, Cindy Huppert, Moritz Huppert, Marvin Jones, Bernie Marcus, Edwin Merlos, Harold Muckamal, Sophia Palisbam, Rabbi Lori Phillips, Peggy Pizzo, Stephen Avraham Simon, David Baruch Ben Simona, Matthew Smith, Katie Wilson, Kate Van Santen, and Larry Wertmer. If you'd like to add another name to our prayer, whether you're here in person or you're watching us streaming, I invite you to share their names out loud at this time.
So there's often a debate among Jews if the holidays are early or late every year. Perhaps you've had it in your household or among your friends yourself. And while that has a lot to do with our Hebrew calendar being solely lunar, tied to the phases of the moon with some periodic adjustments to keep it aligned to the seasons, the usual response from Jewish leaders like myself is the holidays are right on time. Meaning that our holidays are always on the same date in the Hebrew calendar, even if they might appear to be moving around our secular calendars willy-nilly. Well, on some level, Hanukkah is a bit of an exception. Hanukkah is late. Many of our Jewish holidays, think about Passover or Sukkot or Tu B'Shvat, are celebrated in the middle of the Hebrew month, on the 15th, when the moon is at its fullest and at its brightest. But Hanukkah comes about 10 days later, the 25th of Kislev. As the last slivers of moonlight are fading and the moon wanes towards a new moon, the darkest day of the Hebrew month. And what do we Jews do? We light lights. As the nights grow darker, we increase our light day by day, night by night. It's a powerful reminder that we are called to bring light into the darkest of places. Every year, as I light the Chanukiah with my family or with our Beth Am community, I find myself celebrating Hanukkah at my Oma and Opa's house, their apartment. Whatever night of Hanukkah it was, even if it wasn't yet Hanukkah or if it was already Hanukkah, my Oma insisted on lighting every candle on every Chanukiah that she owned. And she had a lot. I can still close my eyes and see the light and feel the warmth of a lot of candles burning at the same time in a very small space. Surrounded by my grandparents, my parents, my aunts and uncles, and my cousins. So I thought I'd tell this story tonight about how we can each be bringers of light into our world and into our community. There's a story that is told about a nobleman who lived in a mountain village in Europe many years ago. As he grew older, the nobleman wondered what legacy he would leave to the people of his town. After much contemplation, he decided to build a synagogue. He decided to keep his plans a secret until it was finished. The construction took a long time, much longer than was anticipated. But at long last, the project was completed. When the people came for the first time, they marveled at the synagogue's magnificence. No one had ever seen such a beautiful synagogue anywhere in the world. Then one of the townspeople asked, looking around, "Where are the lamps? What will provide the lighting?" The proud nobleman pointed to brackets that were hanging along the entire perimeter of the synagogue. They were strategically placed. He then gave each family a little lamp, and he said to them, "Whenever you come to the synagogue, I want you to bring your lamp and light it. But each time you are not here, a part of the synagogue will be dark. This lamp will remind you that whenever you are absent, some part of God's house will be dark. Your community is relying on you for light." On Hanukkah, one of the songs we sing is all about being bringers of light. Banu choshech legaresh beyadenu or va'esh kol echad hu or katan v'chulanu or etan. We have come to drive away the darkness. In our hands are light and fire. Every person is a small light, and together our light is even stronger. Each of us carries a lamp. Each of us is a light. And indeed, our synagogue community shines at its brightest when all of us are present, when we show up for each other in moments of joy or sorrow or in need of support, when we are bringers of light and care and compassion. Without you, Beth Am is not quite whole. Without you, our light doesn't shine as brightly as it could. May this Hanukkah season remind us of the light within each of us and the warmth and light we bring into our world and our community. Shabbat Shalom. Happy Hanukkah. We thought, in addition to a little bit of a story, we do a little bit of a test of your knowledge of Hanukkah, and of course, a little bit of festive singing as well. So, we thought that we'd start off with some singing.
All right, let's see if we could get the slides up, because I know that we have some of these songs available. Aha. All right, what does it say? Roll into dark. Okay, past that one. We've done that one already. Let's see. Okay, Ruach Halim, we're not doing this one tonight. Okay, the next one should be good. Let's see. What is it? This one, Sivivon. This is like our favorite one in C minor. Sivivon. All right. We don't have any little dreidels here tonight. Everyone's gone to sleep. But if any of the little kids want to spin around like a dreidel and make yourself dizzy. Sivivon, sov, sov, sov. Hanukkah, uchag tov. Hanukkah, uchag tov. Sivivon, sov, sov, sov. Hag simcha u'la'am. Nes gadol hayasham. Nes gadol hayasham. Hag simcha u'la'am. Sivivon, sov, sov, sov. Hanukkah, uchag tov. Hanukkah, uchag tov. Sivivon, sov, sov, sov. Hag simcha u'la'am. Nes gadol hayasham. Nes gadol hayasham. Hag simcha u'la'am.
Woohoo!
That was very
Does
cute.
everybody know that in the year 2002, Cantor Spall won the American Dreidel Spinning Contest? This is true. Cantor Spall, the year 2002, in Las Vegas, on the floor of the Mandalay Bay,
Oh my God,
won
it's true.
the American Dreidel Spinning Contest. So there's rumor that she may have bribed someone, but other than that, that is true. So.
That's good. Is that one of the questions on the
No,
quiz?
that wasn't a question. So.
All right, you're gonna ask one of the questions. Go ahead. All right, here we're having a quiz. All right, here we go. Quiz show. Get your beeper, your buzzers ready. You just have to raise your hand and we'll call on you. All right, you gonna start, Rabbi?
All right, so here's a question. Hands down, hands down. What does the word Maccabee mean in English?
Oh.
All right, over there. Hammer.
Hammer is
Very
correct.
good. So, and Maccabee means hammer in English. Is also the worst possible beer that you can buy in Israel. It's also called Maccabee beer. So who would have thought so?
Should we ask another one?
Yeah.
Well, in the spirit of translation, what does the word Hanukkah mean? Right there in the front, yeah. So
Ooh,
that is
good
what Hanukkah is.
guess. Good guess.
So an excellent guess. Who can tell me what the word Hanukkah means? Yeah. Dedication. Yes.
Dedication.
And why is it called dedication, Rabbi Heath?
Because it's the celebration of the Maccabees, those good mighty hammers, rededicating the temple after the Assyrian Greeks had destroyed it.
Okay, I have one. Okay, what English phrase do the Hebrew letter... Okay, I'm going to ask the full question. It's part A, part B, and part C.
Ooh.
Okay, what is the Hebrew phrase that the letters on the dreidel spell out in English? 2, what are the letters in Hebrew? And for the bonus point, what is the phrase in Hebrew? All right, so for part A, we're going to call on Theo Shedroff. The phrase, the English phrase. A great miracle happened there if you're living here, and if you're living in Israel, you say here. Fantastic. You get a point for that. Who has part B? What are the 4 dreidel letters, Hebrew letters on the dreidel? Let's see. I think we're going to give Sadie a chance to get this one right. Whoa!
Yeah,
Nun,
nice.
Gimel, Shin, and Hey is correct. Good job. All right, now for the hardest one, I think. The whole phrase in Hebrew. Let's see if any adults know. I mean, the kids, you guys are holding back. Is it just you're holding back or you don't know? Maybe you don't know. So, all right, I'll give you a chance. All right, we know. And Dehovitz gets to answer. Nes Gadol Hayasham. Fantastic. Good. All right, one more.
Let's sing a couple songs, then we'll ask a couple more questions.
All right, okay, we are going to... Huh?
Yes, Nes
Nes
Gadol
Gadol
Hayash.
Hayash. Po is if you're in Israel.
Yes.
Good. you get a special thing. All right,
This is a great time of year to pick up those Nes Gadol Hayapo dreidels if anybody's going to Israel, for example.
Oh, let's do this in D. Okay, so we're going to sing a song called Lots of Latkes because really there's nothing like a delicious fried latke. Okay, so this is in 3 parts. All right, so this section over here is part 1. You guys are going to start, then you guys are going to come in, and then that side over there, you can pick up the 3rd part, or you can sing whatever part you want. It goes like this. All right, there is a slide for lots of latkes. Here it goes. Lots of latkes, lots of latkes, lots of latkes, lots. Let's all eat 'em up. Lots of latkes, lots of latkes, lots of latkes, lots. Let's all eat 'em up. Si vivant sov sov, 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 si vivant sov sov. Last part. Maccabee, 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 Mac. Pick apart. Lots of latkes, lots of latkes, lots of latkes, lots. Let's all eat 'em up. Lots of latkes, lots of latkes, lots of latkes, lots. Let's all eat 'em up. A city and so Maccabee, 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 lots of latkes, lots of latkes, lots of latkes. Let's all eat 'em up. Maccabee, 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 Mac, Mac, Mac. Fantastic. That was a good one.
All right, here's the next trivia question. And all of you who are joining us streaming, do not switch over. What is the name of this year's Hallmark Hanukkah movie? What is the name of this year's Hallmark Hanukkah movie? And I will give you 4 options. The first guess is it called 8 Gifts of Hanukkah? Is it called Mistletoe and Menorahs? Is it called Love Lights Hanukkah? Or is it called Hanukkah on Rye?
Hold up which one you think it is. Hold up your finger if you think.
Bob Bauer, did you scream it out? Hanukkah on Rye, that is correct.
Awesome.
It is set at a deli, I think. So, Bob, have you watched it? Oh, okay. So if you're streaming, wait until service is over to find the Hallmark channel. And all right, here's another question, and then I'll turn it over to you guys. In what city, what town were the Maccabees based before they had to conquer Jerusalem?
Oh.
Ezzy, you know this? Modi'in, very good.
Wow,
big
good
city.
answer, Modi'in.
Now a big city halfway between Tel Aviv and Jerusalem.
Good question. I want to ask a question. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a question. Oh no, where is the one? Okay, right. In 2000, where is that one? In 2019, what dessert did the New York Times recommend making instead of traditional sufganiyot?
Should we give
Think
them
fried, delicious.
All right, Ella thinks she knows. Churros is the answer. Churros, which we heard last night was called, we should really pronounce churros. You know, because it's a CH. No, okay. That's good. All right, let's sing one more song. One more song. What have we got next on the slides? Oh, Not by Might. This is just a great one. All right, so.
A little Zachariah.
Yes, not by might, not by power. So this is the Haftarah that will be read tomorrow from Lo B'chayil V'lo B'koach Ki'im Beruchi Amar Adonai Tzvaot. But we're going to sing it in English, and it starts off with this clap that is very much like a I want to live in America. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
hope the next 2 nights of your Hanukkah are filled with spirit and ruach and joy and lights and latkes and maybe Hanukkah on rye with a glass of rye. And if you are able, we invite you to sing our song for our eternal hope of one day. And if you're able, please rise. And our Zimriach folks, come on up here and join us in the words of One Day, the adaptation of our Aleinu. Have a seat. I know it's sometimes hard to transition from silliness to somberness, from blessings to thoughts of memory, but it's part of our service where we turn to those who are no longer with us. Words of Kaddish on page 294. The Bethlehem community this week. And if I read the name of your loved one, I invite you to rise in his or her honor. Then we'll rise as one community to say Kaddish together. The Bethlehem community this week is thinking of, in this period of Shiva, the last week since passing Dennis Weintraub, the father of Rachel Michelson, John Michelson, and the grandfather of Harry Michelson. In this period of Shloshim, the 30 days since passing, we remember Marka Davis Hemphill, Eleanor Schrebeck Pevsner, Chaya Bat Wolf, Sarah Moreau, Donald Schilling, and Debbie Reef. And on this period of Yartzeit, the anniversary since of death, we remember with love Carol Adler, Marco Aguado, Tibby Baranoff, Herbert Bauer, Gerald Bernstein, Harold Eugene Bursim, Lee Bienenstock, Seymour Birnbaum, Dolores Borowitz, Suzanne Chassé, Gary Citron, Dorothy Citron, Wendy Cohn, Robert Cohn, David Feldman, Anthea Frankel, Heather Frankel, Sheldon Friedman, Molly Ginsberg, Donna Gottdiener, Tamra Grelk, Maurice Haberman, Harriet Harris, Alfred Hayes, Jim Hildebrand, Pearl Hirsch, Marion Holtzman, Jessel Jacobs, Helen Janklow, Jerry Katz, Jerry Kay, Laura Kirks, Robert Kraus, Edna Kirsch Lebensbaum, Ted Lehrman, Stanley Levins, Maria Levitman, Albert Littman, Stanley Matchlin, George McLeod, Edward I. Menkoff, Jerry Merriman, Evelyn Miller, Lottie Mueller, Chaim Neidich, Eric Netter, Matthew Newelt, Deanna Oberman, Lola Ormland, Yevgeny Reznikov, Joseph Ross, Sue Ross, Sophie Rothblatt, Israel Rubin, Galia Rubenstein, Harvey Rubenstein, Melvin Schiffman, Gustave Schwartz, Arnold Seidel, Yetta Seidman, Marcia Spall, Samuel Silberman, Craig Smith, Molly Smolkin, Lillian Steinberg, Arnold Steinberg, Joseph Stern, Tanya Stern, Harry Strauss, Benjamin Strelo, Rose Warshaw, and Sally Whitna. If you're thinking of someone whose name I did not read, I invite you to rise and share their name with our community out loud at this time. Ask everyone to rise. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, b'yama divara kirte b'yamlich malchute, b'chaye chon uv'yom echon, uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, b'agala uv'izman karib b'imru amem. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ulmei almaya, yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekusha brichu le'ela min kol birchata b'shirata tush bechata b'nechemata da'amiram bi'alma b'imru amem Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya b'chaim aleinu bi'al kol Yisrael b'imru amem Osei shalom b'mramav hu yasei shalom aleinu bi'al kol Yisrael b'imru amem. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. These darkest times of year, we know that there are many in our community who continue to struggle, people who are homeless or people in need of people who are hungry. This month we're collecting for Sunnyvale Community Services, a longtime Bethlehem partner, a nonprofit emergency assistance agency in the heart of Sunnyvale, but really all over Silicon Valley, as it's one of the major emergency area network agencies that impact or direct services to all the zip codes in Santa Clara County. They do amazing work and are really the safety net of our community as these dark, cold days descend on our entire country, but here as well. We ask you to be as generous as possible. There's a tzedakah box if you're here in person for cash or checks. You can send a check to the Bethlehem office. You make a contribution online just on the Bethlehem webpage, or you can Venmo Beth-Am and just mark tzedakah box. We'll ask everyone to be as generous as possible in these final days of 2022. It's so wonderful to have everybody here. Just a reminder for all of our Torah study folks and our Torah Shabbat morning worshipers, in order to help our custodial staff have a loving and wonderful Christmas. Will be entirely virtual tomorrow morning, so you'll have to tune in, but all the links of that are on the Bethlehem webpage or in the Bethlehem email. Please do turn in for Torah study and Shabbat morning services.
All right, that's good. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom, yeah, come on up, aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam.
atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Happy
Chag-
Hanukkah.
Chag Urim
Have peace, guys.
Sameach.
Have peace. Here, guys, have a little challah. A little challah. A little challah.